Welcome to day 27 of the 30-day Ascension challenge to help you anchor in 5D consciousness. If you have not already watched the videos from days 1 through 26, make sure you go back and watch those first because you will want to watch these videos in order because the videos build off of each other. And if you have been enjoying this content, make sure you hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any future videos. Lots of good stuff coming. And make sure you hit the thumbs up button to show some support and help other people find this content. And don't forget that there are 3 pieces to every day's lesson. So the first is the channeled message here on YouTube. The second is the associated lesson in the membership, the Channel Collective. If you're not already a member, you can head to the link in the description below. It's my monthly membership. There's so much good stuff in there. It's like Ascension playground. So many exclusive channeled messages and trainings on manifestation and intuition and brain rewiring, all that good stuff. So check that out if you're not already a member. And then the third piece to every day's lesson is the daily email. So every single day I'm sending out an email with specific exercises inside to help you just integrate what was discussed. There's a lot of information coming through, so it can help to do some exercises to think more deeply about how it might apply in your own life. And if you're not already signed up for those, there will be a link in the description below to sign up for those emails. Now, as always, with any channeled information, no matter who it's from, remember, you get to discern for yourself. Take it as information. If it resonates, great. If it doesn't, no worries. Just perspective. So keep that in mind. It's always, so important to practice discernment for yourself. So today, the Sisters of Light will be coming through. They're just a bundle of fun. They are. So they'll be coming through, and I'm sure they'll bounce all over the place. It's sort of what it feels like for me when I'm channeling them. They're kind of bouncing all over the place. So give me a moment to tune in, and we'll see what the Sisters of Light have to say. As a reminder, they're a group of 11 light beings that are feminine energies. Okay. We are so excited to be back with you today, and we wish to celebrate you, for you have come thus far in this challenge, and this is only the beginning. For every day is a new beginning, and also every day is all that is. Every moment is such a beautiful, glorious, wonderful, miraculous moment time if you allow it to be. And it is to start to be in this energy that we encourage you, for we have discussed before how to bring more fun and laughter and play into your life. And this is to be in the vibration. High vibration, feeling good. For where has it been lost in your society and your messaging that it should not feel good? That it should feel difficult and low? This is not to say that there is not much to be learned in these times, but how much more beautiful would your life feel every single day if you were allowing yourself to be in the gratitude, in the love, in the happiness. And many of you might label others as blissfully ignorant, those who are so happy all the time, and things seem to almost fly by, they don't even realize, and you find deeper meaning perhaps. But is there a piece of you that sees this reflected back to you? And a piece of you that wishes you could simply be in that flow, that harmonious flow? Remember, it is not to judge another, but rather to see what this person is reflecting for you, what is inside. And it is always available to you to find the deeper layers, but also to stay anchored in the happiness, in the love, and the joy. And so we encourage you to every single day ask yourself, choose, how can I be in joy in this moment? How can I smile in this moment? You can always find things to be grateful for. How can you be happy in this moment? How can you spin every single thing? Challenge yourself to spin every single thing into something to be excited about, happy about, to celebrate. And you can do this even with the things that you might perceive to be as low vibrational as possible. It is to work yourself up the ladder to see how you can transmute any energies that might come to you. And as you move through this challenge, this way of thinking, you embody more and more, you will see how your life can feel joyous, miraculous. This is not only available to a certain select few, for this has been a limiting belief for many of you, something that you have felt is out of your reach. If only you get here, if only you do this, then you'll feel happy. This is an illusion. This is part of the chase that has kept you feeling stuck, feeling like you are not good enough. And you know this is not true. This is not the truth of who you are. As a high vibrational being of so much love, light, you are happiness and love if you allow yourself to be in this. And it is to every single day decide, how can I begin in all the empty spaces to fill those with high vibrational frequencies, all the things that make you feel good. Where do you feel that there is not enough time? This is where you are in lack to do these things. And in those moments where you say, I don't have enough time to do this, I do not have enough time to make myself feel good for a moment, this is where you are separating yourself once again from your vastness, your essence as a high vibrational being. It is to realize that is illusion, and I in fact do have time right in this moment. For it is in the joy and the celebration that you almost feel your time shift. You do feel your time shift as you will be perceiving time differently, different waves. The perception will shift, and you are open to this. And so it is to make the most of every moment. When you are in the moment, the delicious moment of celebration and joy and love, does this not fill you up? And fill yourself up from the start. The source of joy is within you. And this will start as a conscious practice for many of you. But as you shift your frequency, and in doing the work of, yes, going into the layers, the places where you have kept things suppressed, emotions, feelings, situations that have not been worked out, the energy knots, so to speak, have not yet been worked out. These are the places where you can start to unpack. But it is not to be in one or the other. I'm in the darkness and I have to be in the darkness to only then be in the light. But rather, you can be in both simultaneously. Can you see this? And you can have highs and lows. But where you will feel your vibration truly shift is when you see them right on top of each other. To realize every single moment can be shifted in perception. And so where can you make the conscious choice every single day to start off the day on a high vibrational note, to carry that energy through your day, through every interaction, for this to be your new prep work, so to speak, so you can carry this energy through. But the more you do this, the more you are in alignment with your truth, with your true essence, the more this will become natural for you. You will no longer wish to look for the negativity, the low places, or to sit in those frequencies. Do they feel good for anyone? This is for you to note, to realize this is not your natural state. If it feels heavy and dense, if it feels like there is resistance, like it is pulling you down, how could this be your natural state? You know this is not to be true. It is to let go of, transmute all of the things that pull you down, that make you feel lost from the expansiveness of who you truly are, how much you are capable of, the immense amount of love you are here to give and receive and be the essence of love and compassion. Yes, this is you. And so are you ready to release the old paradigm? For as you shift, as you have made this shift, there might feel like there are pieces of you caught between two worlds perhaps, or even more. And as you see the layers, the different dimensions in this current reality, being right next to another who sees things in a different way, it is all exactly as it should be. Can you be okay with this? and to see the evidence of the old paradigm, to see how there were things you were taught to believe, to do. You believed you had to achieve things. There are things that you were told that you believed that perhaps once worked for you that might not work for you any longer. The rules of the game, the rules of your game are changing in your favor. And so will you release the old playbook to step into these new rules, which in fact there are not rules, but rather you are a powerful co-creator of your reality. You can shift your perception whenever you wish to. Are you ready to leave what was constricting, but perhaps made you feel safe, into the expansiveness of who you truly are? You will see the difference in those who hold on to the old way of doing things. And this is not to be in judgment of them, for if this is where they wish to be, this is exactly where they should. But many of you desire to step into the newness of the new way of being, the new way of knowing, where things are faster, where you are not constricted by time and space, where you can see the many layers of yourself, the many aspects of yourself, pull it all in, draw it all into yourself. You are ready for this. You are longing for this. There is a deepness within you. There is something within you that is longing for this reconnection, that is feeling like nothing will ever be enough on this physical plane, as it has been in your third dimensional reality, and you are ready to move into what feels greater than what you have already been exposed to, and you are moving into this. And so will you immerse yourself into this new energy, into the higher frequencies where you are in touch with all of the possibilities, or do you wish to stay in the old way of doing things? It is up to you. It is your choice. And in this process, it is part of your path to see the many choices you have. It is to let go of the illusion there is only one choice or two, a right or wrong. As we have discussed before, it is to release that and in fact see that there are infinite possibilities, there are infinite choices. And at the same time, there are actually none. For where do you see a choice as being a right or a wrong in itself? It is simply to move into whatever energy you feel drawn to. Do you trust yourself enough to release any doubt that exactly what you choose, what you are drawn toward, what you feel pulled toward, is exactly where you should go? This will bring up much in you around your trust in yourself. To trust yourself is to trust the universe. It is to feel like you are free falling, but also at the same time held so securely and lovingly. To be held in the beauty of it all and to allow yourself to swim through the beauty of it all, to allow yourself to be taken to exactly where you're meant to go. Do you resist your soul, or do you move with it? Do you integrate? Are you in alignment with your soul? And where do you believe that there is only one choice or two choices? We invite you to challenge yourself to, whenever you feel you must make a choice, come up with 10, 20, 30, as many as you can, to see that there are truly infinite possibilities. Where you say you cannot is simply a limitation you put on yourself. This is you limiting yourself. And it is to take responsibility for this. And this is where your innate power and freedom comes in. To notice where you limit yourself. And how beautiful is this opportunity to realize that you can unlimit yourself and step into infinite possibilities. As they say, the world is your oyster. There is much that you can call in, that you can fall into. So many choices. And for so many of you, where you're meant to go is in fact outside of your conscious awareness. And so do not limit yourself to what has been in your conscious awareness based only on the experience you've had thus far in your life on the three-dimensional plane. Do not limit yourself just to this. For can you see how there is so much knowledge, so much information, so much experience, so many journeys, so much available to you outside of this small fraction of time as you perceive? It is all available to you. Do you feel overwhelmed by the possibilities? Or do you feel empowered? Do you see how this in itself is a choice? You could choose to see the infinite possibilities as empowering, overjoying, to be in gratitude, to be neutral about it, to be afraid, to feel guilty for where you might perceive you have limited yourself before, to be in judgment. And as you feel into those energies, you feel the difference within them. And so it is to be in where you feel the higher frequency. It feels good because it is aligned with you. And almost so much for your brains to contain. For many of you feel like it is bursting your brain open to realize that there has been so much more available to you than you were ever told. Where were you taught you were meant to be on one trajectory, or perhaps one or the other? It was this or that. There were endless. But it is also to realize that you are drawn to certain perceptions of this or that because of either programming and or because that is exactly what you were aligned to. It is to realize that the desires you have are not the same desires as all others. For you might see that the choice is either this job or the next, and another might see that the only choice in the moment is traveling to this country or that. Why do you not perceive the same two choices as two beings? Because this is where your soul is guiding you. This is how the programming is perhaps different. Can you trust what you gravitate toward? The more you are in tune with your self, your desires, your energy body, what makes you feel good and what doesn't, the more you will see how it is all in perfect alignment. How your journey is so different from the next. And this is the beauty of it all. For there are so many different expressions of source, so many different expressions of your existence in this lifetime, so many different timelines. And we will caution you, for many of you, try to understand the concepts that you are starting to tap into in a way that matches your current paradigm, that fits in the conscious understanding you have created. And it is to see that what is of a different dimension, what is a completely different paradigm, cannot be squished into the current one. Where are you looking to understand things that are outside of this realm by fitting them into the box, the container of your current world? And this is where you limit yourself. Where you will uncover the most information, the most understanding, is by releasing the need to understand at all. and feeling into the energy. This is moving beyond your language, beyond your concepts. For so many of you have looked to put everything into a structure, into a concept, into a theory. But to try and fit what is outside of that into the current structure or paradigm is to not understand it at all. And here again is a test of trust for you in yourself. What evidence do you need of anything? Is your vibration, your frequency, your experience, is that evidence enough? Or do you look from validation? Do you look for validation from someone outside of you with a completely different paradigm, understanding, experience, desires? This is where it comes to trusting in your own vibrational meter, feeling into what is of resonance, what is not. And again, we invite you to set your set point high, for you control this. High frequency, as you naturally are, without any limitations, without any limiting beliefs. This is where you naturally are. And do you carry that frequency into your daily life? Where do you set your attention? Practice transmuting the energies. You are meant to live in joy and fulfillment. Not always in the chase, but in the expansiveness and the infinite possibilities and infinite happiness of your current moment. It is to ask yourself if you are ready to release your old way of being. Where you felt the old way of being limited you, is where you can see the possibilities in your new reality. When you understand your power of perception, of shifting your own energy, it will all unlock for you. Start with bringing high frequency into every aspect of your day. And let the energy flow from there. Okay. Sisters of Light. Thank you. All right. Make sure you head to the channel collective for the second part of this lesson and head to your email inbox for the exercises associated with today's lesson. And I will see you tomorrow for day 28.